Hello everybody! Welcome to another video. My name is Stella. How are you? In today's video, we are going to make these super cute crochet leg warmers. I'm very excited to make them with you, so let's start! We are going to need measuring tape, a crochet hook. The one I'm using is 5 millimeters. And yarn. The yarn I'm using is a number 4 medium yarn. And it's this one here. Look. In the color, soft gray heather. But you can use any yarn color and type of your choice. Just change the hook size accordingly. And the amount of yarn that you are going to need is very little. It's less than 1 skein. So in my case, my leg warmers measure around 10 inches by 11 inches each. And the amount of yarn I used for both is 50 grams. To make our leg warmers, we are going to need 2 measurements. One is the length of the leg warmer here, and the other one is how big you want the opening, right? So it's the circumference of the leg warmer here. So let's do that. Let's get those measurements and then we can start our leg warmers. After you measure how high you want the leg warmer on your leg, we are going to start making the foundation chain. And you're gonna be making chains until you reach that measurement, right? So I'll make a foundation chain that measures approximately 10 inches in my case, because that's how long, how high on my leg I want my leg warmer. I already have a set of leg warmers here ready. So just to show you, so the foundation chain is the vertical measurement here. Okay, does that make sense? So we start by making a slip knot. And then we start making chains. I don't know how many I'm gonna make. I just know that my foundation chain, the length of my foundation chain is gonna measure approximately 10 inches. But it also can be less than that or more than that, right? So it depends on the size that you want. So here we are just making chains. Look at that. So I need more to reach 10 inches. Alright, so I'm almost done with my foundation chain. I just need a few more chains here, let's say 2. And then I measure there to make sure it's the size I want. So it's pretty good. And we have to make an extra chain because it's gonna be the turning chain when we start working on half double crochet stitches here on our first row. If it's a little bit shorter than the measurement that you want, don't worry, because the yarn stretches a little bit. So now in the second chain from the hook, we are going to make a half double crochet stitch. So I yarn over, I insert my hook in the chain, I grab the working yarn from the back, I bring it to the front and up, and then I yarn over and I pass my yarn through the 3 loops on the hook there. So that's a half double crochet. So we are going to make half double crochet stitches all along the foundation chain. 1 in each chain we made. So here, half double crochet. Look at that. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here already. Let's continue making half double crochet stitches until the end here. of the foundation chain, or the beginning, right? But you know what I mean. So we work on all the chains here. It's 1 half double crochet in each chain. So this is the last half double crochet stitch here. Look at that. So now what we do, we chain 1 and then we turn our work. And then we are going to work half double crochet stitches all along here, 1 in each half double crochet stitch from the previous row. But we are working half double crochet stitches on the back loop only. So what does that mean? So we work a half double crochet on the back loop here. Look at that. There's the front loop. And here is the back loop. So we are going to grab only that loop. And then we create a ribbed effect on the leg warmer. Right? So we make a half double crochet stitch, passing our hook only on the back loop of the half double crochet stitch from the previous round. So can you see here? So you have your work like this, so you have to look from the top. So it's the top view. So here's the front loop, here's the back loop. So you grab only that back loop. And then you create this ribbed effect here, because these 2 loops here, the front loop and the loop that is below that one in the front of the work, creates kind of a braid here in the front. Let me show you this one. And it's so beautiful, right? Look at that. So it gives a nice effect there. Kind of a 3D effect, right? Because it looks like this braid is standing up here. It's on top of the work. So let's continue. So we make a half double crochet stitch on the back loop only for the entire length here of the leg warmer. And then we're gonna meet here when I'm in the last one. We make a half double crochet stitch there in the last one, we chain 1 and we turn our work. And we do the same for many rows until we reach the measurement of the circumference of the leg warmer. And this stitch works up really fast. So it's a really quick and fun project. And you can make them in many different colors and wear them all throughout the fall and the winter too, right? Because they are very warm. So we are making half double crochet stitches in the back loop only. I love this stitch. As I said before, I love that ribbed effect that it gives. What color are you choosing to make your leg warmers? Let me know in the comments. And are you going to make them short, medium, or high, very high on your legs there? Mine is kind of a medium height, right? So let me know. I'm curious to know. And also you can post your finished pictures on Instagram and tag me so I can see your work. So we are going to do that for many rows, but I promise it's a quick work and fun too. So here I'm on the last half double crochet from the previous row. So the last one is kind of tricky to see, right? But the back loop is right there, right here. So let's go ahead and make our last half double crochet, and then we chain one and turn the work, and then we repeat that one more time and many more times after that, right? So half double crochet stitches in the back loop only. Let's make one more row together. Look at that, back loop over there. This is the front of the work. From the top view here, you grab that back loop there. So here I'm using an acrylic yarn in the color gray. It's like a light gray. And you can also make this in any yarn of your choice, because you are using measurements, and then it's easy to adapt, right? You just change the hook size accordingly, and you make the foundation chain and the rows until you reach the measurements you take in the beginning there before you start your work. So we are going to do this twice, right? One for each leg. And to make the second one the same as the first one, instead of using the measurement for the second one, you count the chains of your foundation chain and the number of rows you're gonna make, and then you can make the second one with that same number, right? And then they are the same size. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish my third row here, and we're gonna meet back when I'm on the last half double crochet here, okay? All right, so let's finish row 3. I have one half double crochet to finish this row, and then I chain one and turn my work, and then I'm gonna go ahead and work on the next rows. They are all the same, okay? So it's half double crochet worked on the back loop only, and you are going to make as many rows as you need to reach the desired measurement of your leg, right? Which is the circumference of your leg, like the thickest part of your leg. So it's the top of the leg warmer. And keep in mind that the yarn is stretchy, so you can make the leg warmer 1 inch, approximately 1 inch less than the measurement of the circumference of your leg, right? So it depends how stretchy your yarn is. And this is also a nice work because you can measure as you go. So you make a certain number of rows and then you stop crocheting and you measure on your leg and see if it's enough. And then if it's not, you make more rows, and if it is, you stop, right? So keep in mind that the yarn can be stretchy and you need a little bit less rows to reach that circumference. If you make it maybe exactly in the measurement you took, the leg warmer will be a little bit loose and maybe falling down. But that's also kind of unlikely to happen because usually the yarn is thick and it holds in place, right? It holds up in place. And also, I don't know you guys, but I like to wear leg warmers over stockings or over pants, leggings, right? So you can also keep that in mind when you are making the rows. You might need a little bit more rows than if you are just wearing that with the bare legs, right? Yeah, so it's a very flexible work that you can measure and see how it is along the way. There's no space for error. You can measure as you go, and then you can just add rows or frog a few rows if you think it's not the way you want it to fit. So I hope that's clear. Let's meet back here when I have more rows here in my work, and you too. All right, so let's go and work on it. So I'm almost done here. I just need a few more rows. I think 1 or 2 more rows. So I'm back to finish it up with you guys, my last row. So I have 3 more half double crochet stitches here to finish this row. That's exciting. All right. And now we are going to close our leg warmer here. And we use slip stitches to close it. So we are going to slip stitch along the 2 ends here, leaving the 2 openings here, right? My finished leg warmer is measuring approximately 10.5 inches by 11 inches. So it's a rectangle. So yeah, what we do now, we close that rectangle with slip stitches to make a cylinder. I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work here so it's easier for me to work on my slip stitches. So I join the 2 ends there, and I'm going to make 1 slip stitch on top of each half double crochet here from the last row, joining with the half double crochet stitches from the first row there that we made, right? So let's start making those slip stitches. First one is a little bit tricky. It was kind of fast actually. Yeah, so let's make those slip stitches there all along. So I'm grabbing the 2 loops from the half double crochet stitches there to make the slip stitch. Let me show you how it is. Look. So it's gonna look like the ribbed effect is also there, right? So it doesn't even look like it's the seam of our work, right? So let's continue and close our leg warmer. So we are done. We are going to cut the yarn, leaving a short tail to weave in the ends. But this is optional, but if you want, you can make a border here with single crochet stitches here, and if you want, you can make on the bottom too. Here is how it looks without the single crochet border. Let me show you how to do it. So before cutting the yarn, you chain 1 and then you make single crochet stitches on top of each row all around the leg warmer there. And then when you get here to the end, you close with a slip stitch on the first single crochet you made. And then if you want to make it on the other side, you cut the yarn, weaving the ends there, and then you have to attach the yarn here on the other side to start the single crochet border, okay? And then just like that, we have the other one. And then to give it a coquette aesthetic, you can attach a bow to your leg warmer. Let me show you how. I made a string with chains, right? As if we are making a foundation chain. And then I cut the yarn here. So it's basically a string made with chains. And then we can put it around the leg warmer and attach it in the front like a bow. Let me show you. The easiest way, I think with the hands, it's the easiest way. So we pass from the top to the inside of the leg warmer here. It can be on top or lower down, or you can put two, one on top, one in the middle. It's up to you. I think it's gonna look super cute like this. So I pass to the inside and then I come from the inside to the outside, leaving a few rows here. Let's say one row. So there you go. And then we go on top of one row and to the inside of the leg warmer. You know what I mean, right? I'm just gonna pass that string around the leg warmer there. You can use a tapestry needle if you want, or the hook, but I think with the hands it's the easiest way. Then we do that all around. You see where there's a gap there between your rows and your half double crochet stitches, and you pass that string there. So I'm all done. The two ends of the string meet here in the front of the leg warmer, and then we tie it into a bow, right? I think it's super cute. It gives an extra touch, and you can wear it like this or without this. So it looks like a different leg warmer, right? Every time you wear it. And I also think this is a very good idea if you see that your leg warmers are sliding down, and if that bothers you, you can use the string so you make it tighter on your leg. Alright, my video is getting very long, but let me show you how I made the string, just in case someone needs some help. So I make a slip knot, very easy, right? And then just chains. And the length of the string depends on your taste, right? You measure your leg and you make it in that size. So just chains here. And then you weave in the two ends, this one and the other one. So I hope this tutorial was easy to follow, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. See you, bye bye, and have a good day.